The truth about C++, explained in 3 minutes. Imagine I had only 3 minutes to teach you the entire C++ programming language. Impossible? Let's find out. By the end of this video, you'll understand the big picture of C++. Every lesson after this will simply zoom into one part of that picture. Programming is nothing more than giving instructions to a computer. Think of your computer as an incredibly fast robot. It doesn't think, it doesn't guess. It simply follows your instructions exactly as you write them. C++ is one of the languages we use to communicate those instructions. Now here's the secret that almost every program in the world follows. Input arrow, process arrow, output. A program receives information. It processes that information. Then it produces a result. That's how calculators work. That's how games work. That's how banking apps, social media, web browsers, and even YouTube work. Everything starts with this simple cycle. But where does the information go? Into variables. Think of variables as labeled boxes that store data. A box for your age, a box for your score, a box for your name, a box for your balance. Since not all information is the same, C++ provides different data types. Some store whole numbers, some store decimal numbers, some store text, some store a single character, some store only true or false. Once the data is stored, the computer starts working with it. That's where operators come in. They perform calculations, compare values, and combine logical conditions. Programs also need to make decisions. If your password is correct, you log in. Otherwise, you don't. If your health reaches 0, the game ends. If your balance is enough, the payment succeeds. These choices are made using if, else, and switch statements. Sometimes a computer needs to repeat the same task many times. Instead of writing the same instruction again and again, we use loops. A loop simply tells the computer, "Keep doing this until the job is finished." As programs become larger, we organize code into functions. A function performs one specific task. You give it some input. It does its job. Then it returns a result. Large programs are simply thousands of small functions working together. Modern C++ goes one step further with object-oriented programming. Instead of thinking only about functions, we think about real-world objects. A car has data like speed and fuel. It also has actions like start, brake, and stop. By combining data and behavior into objects, large software becomes much easier to build and maintain. But developers don't build everything from scratch. C++ comes with powerful libraries that already know how to work with strings, files, containers, algorithms, mathematics, and much more. Professionals simply combine their own code with these ready-made tools. So what is C++ really? It's a language that lets you store information, process it, make decisions, repeat tasks, organize code, reuse code, and combine small pieces into large, powerful software. Everything else, pointers, memory management, templates, the STL, multi-threading, and modern C++ features exist to make programs faster, safer, and more efficient. Congratulations! In just a few minutes, you've seen the complete map of C++. Now it's time to explore that map, one simple lesson at a time. Let's start from the very beginning.
Thanks for watching. You can watch our latest uploads. Want more of us? Don't forget to like and subscribe.